Okay, and it was an important result in the context of the results earlier in the day, and here they are. After 10 months without a goal, Jürgen has now scored 2 in 2 games as Brighton beat Everton for the first time since 1982. A late goal from Alexander Mitrovic gave Fulham just their 3rd Premier League win this season. That's 9 points from 8 games under Claudio Ranieri. Neil Etheridge's penalty save of the season and an injury time goal from Victor Camarasa gave Cardiff their first away win of the campaign. Tottenham lost at home in the Premier League after taking the lead for the first time in 2.5 years as Wolves shocked Mauricio Pochettino's side, and Newcastle have lost just 1 of their last 6 away games after drawing 1-1 at Watford. So those are the results, those are tomorrow's fixtures. This is the way the table looks. Liverpool fans, just pause for a moment and enjoy that. 9 points clear of Tottenham, 10 points ahead of Manchester City, who of course have that game in hand. Wolves are 7th after picking up points against 5 of the 6 teams above them this season. They really are a team for the big occasions. Meanwhile at the bottom, Huddersfield are bottom after losing all 7 of their games in December. Fulham still in the drop zone despite winning today. Cardiff now 4 points clear of trouble. Well done to them. Before we move on, let me just tell you that you can see live coverage from Nevada of the light heavyweight championship bout between John Jones and Alexander Gustafsson in the UFC. That's from 1 o'clock in the morning over on BT Sport 2. We're live here though until 9 o'clock tonight. All the reaction from this game.
Rachel, didn't you?
Yeah, obviously we know there are dangers on the break with the speed up front and the counter attacks they have, and yeah, unlucky that we conceded, but I think we reacted how we should react, and yeah, deserved obviously every bit of it today.
There was no sense that this was going to turn into a problem day for Liverpool, such as your level of confidence at the moment, Andy. Would that be fair?
Yeah, I think we started well, but you know, a misplaced pass and we get caught out, and you know, they got up the park and scored, but we reacted really well. We got on level terms quite quickly, and from there I think we dominated the game until it was out of sight. So you know, we believed that we'd get back in the game, and the way we're playing just now, we believe we can win every game. So you know, we proved that today.
And on that point, Virgil, do you believe that you are growing even stronger at this stage of the season now?
Yeah, you know, we still need to improve a lot of things, but obviously we are very happy with the situation at the moment, and we want to keep going, keep working hard, and yeah, keep the intensity high, and then make sure we keep doing well, and that's the only thing forward.
Everybody knows how big this Manchester City game is going to be. How do you look upon it?
Yeah, it's a huge one. It's one that probably everyone out with the squad's been looking at. But you know, we've took care of business in December, which is no easy task with the amount of games, and you know, we've knocked them off one by one, and now we go into the new year and we look forward to it. But you know, City's going to be a big game, but you know, we've got a healthy lead, and you know, we look forward to the game. But we know we have to be 100% to try and get anything from the game, and you know, I'm sure we'll rest now and be prepared for that game.
And going into 2019 as one of the most significant figures in this Liverpool team, what in your mind is possible?
Anything. That's how we should, you know, go out there and play as well. Anything is possible, and obviously you still need to do it on the pitch, but yeah, we're on a good way. We feel good. Obviously it's tough these days, but you know, it's a great time to be a Liverpool player and also a fan, I think, as well.
You've both had wonderful years, congratulations on that, but I have to ask you to pass on the man of the match to somebody else today. Would you mind giving that to Firmino?
Not a problem, as always.
Very good. Look, whether it was those two walking off with an arm around the shoulder, or whether it was the cheer from the crowd before the match when they heard that Tottenham had lost, or the smiles on the faces in the warm-up from the Liverpool players, there is a sense when you come here and spend a few hours in and around Anfield like we have today, that there is something building.
I've never known the fans to be so proud of their team, proud of their manager, proud of everything that's connected with this club for a long, long time. It's just a great feeling. Everyone's got a spring in their step. I mean, I get so excited getting in the car, coming to Anfield, because you just know you're going to be entertained. And you know, that's all we ask for, really. As it happens, there's some of the best players on planet Earth here at the moment, and Arsenal. You know, Arsenal are a great team. It's very simple for them at the moment. it's a joy to watch.
And you've been a little bit like a bear with a sore head, Martin, watching that defensive display from Arsenal, which we'll talk about a bit later. But sticking with Liverpool for the moment, that display in the context of City's struggles and Tottenham losing earlier on today, you've been there, you've won the Premier League title at Arsenal. Take us inside that Liverpool dressing room, the level of confidence now that those players will be experiencing.
Well, they'll be looking around at one another, and never before will they have been in a dressing room with players so good as what they're sitting next to now. They believe in each other to the nth degree. Everyone who comes in, everyone who comes off the bench, you feel without me in the team or you in the team, you're not going to achieve what you want to achieve. And it's all coming from the manager. Anything is possible. We've created incredible spirit. Shaqiri coming in today, paid £13 million for him. What a snip that was. Obviously, they spent a fortune on the players, but all in the right areas. The goalkeeper, Alisson, Van Dijk at the back, very strong, and the front three just run wild. Firmino's, the only thing we're missing for him has been goals, and they were there today. So all these boxes keep being ticked by the individuals, by the team. They're going after the team goal, the individual goal. And if they keep doing what they're doing, there's 18 games to go or so. They only need to win 15 of those. And I've been in a situation with Arsenal. We won 12. We won 12 on the bounce. It can be done. Yeah. It can be done. And they're the huge game coming up against Man City, and they need to rescue their season, City, in that game. And if Liverpool win that, then
even a draw. I mean, Liverpool have won every game they've played in December. Let's have a look at the goals then. And I think it's worth reminding ourselves that this great result for Liverpool comes on the back of a setback after just 10 minutes.
Look, Andy Robertson's position here, though, Jake. That's almost what Martin was talking about, the confidence that he has. His team are in possession, so he plays so high. Now, OK, we can sit here and criticise, say, was it too high? He couldn't get back to Maitland-Niles to obviously put in a challenge. But that's the confidence that they're playing with their full-backs. As soon as the centre-halves get the ball, they're playing like wingers. It's great to watch, and OK, they might concede one or two, but that same position of Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold on the other side, they'll create goals as well. This is a scruffy goal, though. Should have been avoided from Arsenal's point of view.
This is Arsenal players that are diving in. And the top players, they always take that little extra touch, one extra touch, and they ask you the question, are you going to make a challenge or are you going to stay on your feet? And too often Arsenal went to ground today, and that was the worrying thing. 30 goals Arsenal have conceded so far this season, and they were giving these opportunities away here. Firmino, I thought today was back to his best. Look at the way he slaloms through there, but that should not happen. It simply shouldn't happen.
And only a minute and a half between these two goals. I mean, that is a resounding response from a team that wants to win the league.
Well, of course they're confident, but no matter what, everyone will always ask questions, won't they? If you're the top dogs, then people will always say, can you lead? Can you come from behind? Can you do this? Can you do that? To go a goal down, there could be a bit of panic setting, but there's just not, is there? There's straight away they're back in the game, then bang, they score, and then score again. Game over within 10 minutes of going behind. They've won the game. That's a brilliant touch from Salah. That's not an easy ball at all.
It's the hunger there, Mike, isn't it? The drive, the determination. They're on. It is like a tug of war sometimes trying to win this Premier League, and their opponent has fallen over, Man City, and it's given them the confidence to take it to another level. And I think everybody now is playing with that extra confidence, that spirit. I mean, this is a stupid penalty to give away. Socrates there is just...
It is a penalty, you think?
Yeah, it's the wrong side. Don't even fish at it. Don't give Salah a chance. Of course he goes down easily, but you give him that chance to do that.
And there you go. Mo Salah doing what Mo Salah does, making it 4-1 to Liverpool. Smiles on the faces. He gets in on the act as well. They didn't help themselves today, Michael, Arsenal today. Here's another decision for the referee to make. A lot of people on social media saying it was soft. Do you both believe a penalty here?
Yeah, I mean, he does get shoved. I do think it's a penalty. I think all three, there was 2 penalties for Liverpool, and it's quite soft. Yeah, I mean, Lovren knows what he's doing. Listen, Salah knew what he was doing before. I've been in that situation a million times. I mean, defenders can't give the attacking excuse to go down. And then we saw one a bit later on.
Jürgen Klopp joins us live from the tunnel. Jürgen, happy Christmas to you. It certainly has been, hasn't it?
Yeah, it was not too bad. And Mo made the Christmas present for Bobby. Gave the penalty to him, so that's a big one, big gesture to be honest. So, no, all over, good performance, good against a very good opponent after a difficult start with the goal they scored, with a strengthening counter-attack what they have that makes life not easier, and the reaction was just brilliant.
I'm really interested to talk to you, Jürgen, about the mentality inside that Liverpool dressing room at the moment. When you were at Dortmund, you went into the new year 10 points ahead and you won the league. You also went into the new year 3 points behind the leaders and you won the league. What's easier, to be the hunter or to be the hunted?
First of all, in both situations, I never felt like the proper hunter or the hunted, because if you are 3 points behind, you only have to win your football games. If you want to close the gap, if you are 10 points ahead, you have to win until the third last match day, all games, because that's what the other team can do as well. So we never thought like this, we never felt like this, we don't feel like this in a moment. We are only in our moment, believe it or not. And for sure today, with the Tottenham result, there are people again out there who reacted on that. In the dressing room was absolutely no reaction. No face, no smile in the face, nothing. We were completely concentrated, and you cannot avoid that we know about it. It's on all screens. Everybody talks about it, so we knew, of course, about it. But that doesn't have any it's not allowed to have any influence on our game.
Jürgen, you've been around some very successful clubs in your time. Have you ever felt this excitement, the passion from the fans, the love of the team at any other place and any other season before?
It would not be nice if I say now no, because it's not true. I was in two wonderful clubs, and when we got promoted with Mainz 05, the city was buzzing. So, not the biggest city in the world, but all people were on the streets. When we won with Dortmund the league or the double, whatever, there were 600,000 people in the city. So how can I say the whole season got more and more and more and more. The excitement was there, of course. And today we had a walk, like we always have before a game, and then it's people are shouting very positive things. Each car used the horn and stuff like this. But again, at the end, that's always like it is around. A positive mood is really good, but the team needs to be concentrated, and it's not nothing else. And that so far we did that, and why should we change that?
And up next, just the small matter of Manchester City. Your thoughts going into that one? Yeah.
No. Why? The game, yeah, of course. I will watch it tomorrow, and then we have I don't know exactly 3 days time or whatever to prepare the game. That's exactly what we want to do. Now we need the time to recover. We didn't change a lot today, so and that means now we need really this time. But of course, now we prepare the City game. Clear.
Well, look, thanks for joining us. 29 years since they won the league. It is going to get fever pitch around here if you keep this up. Thank you very much. Keen to nick off Jürgen Klopp. It was a really strong performance from Liverpool today, but when he talks about no difference in the dressing room, no change from the players, that surely can't remain the same.
Well, I mean, I was in a dressing room that was in a similar situation, and I can tell you every time Manchester United lost, you know, it was a great celebration for us, and it meant an awful lot to what was going to happen in our season. So if he's saying that's not necessarily the truth, that's fine. He has to prepare the public for whatever he wants, and he's been remarkably focused. I think he's a manager that learns very well. In his first full season here, he tripped up after the Christmas break, didn't win a game in the whole month of January after beating Man City. Man City be hoping that happens again. It won't, because he's now realised it really is like a mini Olympics trying to get through the Christmas period. There's so many games, 4 games in 10 days. He's reused the squad very well, and there's nothing like a good result to make you feel energised. And they're in top gear at the moment.
Big month coming up, and with it comes the transfer window. We're going to speak to Martin next about the